Welcome and thanks for joining us at EMII.com. I'm Remy Hookey for Asset Management Report. Today is Tuesday, July 8, 2008. Baltimore-based investment firms Brown Advisory and Alex. Brown Investment Management announced that the two companies will merge. The two firms used to be part of Alex. Brown & Sons but are now independently owned. Brown Advisory was purchased from BT Alex. Brown by its employees and directors in 1998, and ABIM was similarly purchased in 2001. The combined firm will have approximately $18 billion in client assets and will operate under the Brown Advisory name. And staying with asset management news, Credit Agricole Asset Management Hong Kong has named Chris Tse as head of fund distribution for Greater China, this according to Asian Investor. Based in Hong Kong in a newly created role, Tse will lead CAAM sales efforts in fund distribution and will contribute to the marketing and sales strategy in the Greater China region, focusing on insurance and banking channels. His responsibilities include distributing a range of products including Luxembourg-based CAAM funds, alternative funds, quant funds, as well as structured funds through both private banking and retail channels in the region. He will report directly to Adam Mack, the regional head of business development and client relations for Credit Agricole Asset Management Asia. And in more asset management news, China Southern Fund Management and Oriental Patron Financial Group have been approved by the China Securities Regulatory Commission to set up an asset management joint venture in Hong Kong. The new company, which will be 70% and 30% owned by China Southern and Oriental Patron respectively, represents the first step made by the Chinese asset management sector in expanding business into the international markets. The new company, CSOP Asset Management Limited, will serve investors as the gateway for cross-border investment flows into and out of China. At the start, CSOP will conduct asset management business in Hong Kong, including managing the investment portfolio in Hong Kong listed securities for China Southern's China Southern Global Dynamic Allocation Fund. And in other asset management news, Australia's Investment and Financial Services Association has announced mutual recognition of cross-border offerings of collective investment plans between Hong Kong Securities and Futures Commission and the Australian Securities and Investment Commission. IFSA CEO Richard Gilbert said, quote, "Mutual recognition of collective investment plan offerings is a significant milestone towards strengthening regulatory ties and cooperation between Hong Kong and Australia." For the first time, Australian managed investment schemes will be able to be offered to investors in Hong Kong, subject to certain requirements as detailed in the Mutual Recognition Agreement. These conditions are intended to place an Australian scheme in a similar position to a locally incorporated scheme in Hong Kong. And that rounds out today's Asset Management Report. Thanks for joining us on EMII.com. For more details on these stories and much more, click onto our Asset Management channel online and read the full stories and latest developments.